Merry Christmas, YouTube. This is Tim Treese from Patriot Woodworker. I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and I hope it's a fun and safe, enjoyable day. We had a great Christmas. Thank you very much, Packers. We just got to watching the game and they won, so yeah, awesome. I'm a big Packer fan. We got ourselves a little Merry Christmas. We were going to do, I'm a big fan of Sonos speakers, and we had them for our living room surround sound, and we were going to do a couple for the outside. They make some amazing outdoor speakers, and then what you need, those are wired, they're not Bluetooth or Wi-Fi like the ones for the inside. And I was going to get the Sonos amp, but our good friends at Amazon only had one left. And the time I got around to getting it, that was going to be our together present, was the amp and the speakers, and they didn't have it anymore. So fast forward a little bit forward, then our dust collector, for whatever reason, didn't work anymore. It's just one of those little secret gems from Harbor Freight, and it's always been great. I've had it for, I want to say, about 4 years, and I've had no problems with it. Bags are always a little tough to get. I'm filming. Your phone. Hold on one second. And I'm back. Okay, so yeah, the Harbor Freight has always been a good dust collector for me. It's done me great, and all of a sudden I go to flip it on one day because I was cutting up stuff naturally, and then it wasn't working. It wouldn't turn on. And I'm like, that's weird. Flip it on and off a couple times, still nothing, still dead in the water. Well, that's crazy. Well, how about maybe it doesn't have, and I don't know, maybe it has a like a reset switch or something. Nope, and I'm feeling all around for that thing. I can't find a reset switch. I'm thinking our garage shop power system sucks at best. I can unplug something here over there on the right side of my shop, and then I can have my router, my Shapeoko router, just go dead. The GFI, I don't know what the hell is up with that. It's thrown itself too much times, and now it's gotten weak. So any kind of interruption, it just kills itself. And then my router goes dead. And then once I reset everything, I have to reset the router, which means I have to go through the whole initialization all over again, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. And it's 5 minutes, but that's 5 minutes I could be using for something else. And then what if something screws up in the process? And it did. So I said, hey, so let's not get the speakers and the amp. Let's just go ahead and get a new dust collector. Let's go make a trip out to Arlington to Rockler and go ahead and get that dust right system that I've had my eye on for a while. And so we did. So we got that, and I'll go ahead and show that to you real quick. So yeah, we got the 750, and then this guy is the canister. I don't want to use the bag. I know the bag does what 30 microns or whatever, but that canister does 1, so that's more better. And then we got the separator, so we're going to be having 2-stage. And then for better cleanup, I got that guy. So today, after my wife and I did Christmas for each other, then we decided to come out here to the shop, and we took everything out, minus the router. But we backed out the golf cart, we backed out, okay, we didn't back out, okay, maybe not everything. We didn't take the saw out, but we took out the drum sander. We pushed this to the side because this is really, really heavy, and I'm not pushing it back over the step of the garage. We moved that to the side, and that's her bench. I made that for her a couple weeks ago. We took out that guy, and that guy's going to go away pretty soon. I'm trying to sell the jointer because it's just a pissy little grizzly that when I was going into woodworking, everyone said you need a joiner and a planer. And I went to my dad for advice on what do you use for a joiner. Go grizzly. Okay. So he didn't know I was all that serious into woodworking. Now he knows I am, and I've never had any luck with that jointer, so it's going to go away. So I'm going to put the planer and my disc sander / belt sander thing on a flip cart, just like the spindle sander and the scroll saw is, like that guy, so that I can get rid of this massive footprint and go from this type of space down to this space. So got rid of a bunch of little crap. We did gain a trash can here, and where's mine? There it is, and there's mine. So now everything. This whole space is now finally tidy. It's still probably to you maybe look like a mess to you, but to me it's a whole lot cleaner. All that dust got pulled. We even pulled this thing back. Oh my God, the dust from this thing behind this thing. Holy crap. Bosch, if you're listening, you make a great saw, but y'all suck at dust collection. I mean, it's horrible. I've seen so many videos on this guy where people are trying to make special shrouds or downdraft tables on this. This is just god awful. It's a great saw, it really is. But really, I mean, all of this stuff just keeps going here and here. You have such a little amount that goes actually up into here and into this stupid little bag, which actually fills up kind of fast. I'm surprised it does, but there's so much that builds up here and there and then everywhere. All of my charters, my power strip, everything is just caked with dust, and then everything down below and behind and down below in this, because the drawers don't go all the way. They stop maybe here. And all of that down there at the bottom was just caked with dust. And so yeah, we pulled all that out and got rid of all that dust. So more better. So this is my new project now. Okay. So yeah, the Harbor Freight is working, but we just went ahead and got the dust right instead, and so we're gonna go ahead and sell the dust right, or the Harbor Freight, and we just want something that's more efficient, and I think this is gonna be a lot more efficient, and that's where I'm at right now. So once I put this down and put it in time-lapse mode, then that's where I'm going to go and go ahead and start this process. I don't know how long it's going to take me, because this is quite a system to put up, and I got to find studs and then anchor the unit to the studs in the wall, because it is very heavy. So we'll see how long it takes. Hello YouTube, Tim Trace from Patient Woodworker. So, stop. Remember I had this Christmas? Hold on. You either be nice or I'll put you inside. What's it gonna be?
He said his tail says he's gonna be nice.
You be nice?
You nice and good boy, huh? Okay. Apparently he's gonna be a good boy. Let's see.
Yeah.
So, what was I saying? Christmas time, which wasn't that far away. I was in the middle of making stuff for Christmas, and oh jeez. So this is what I have to deal with. So
you love it and you know it.
yeah, I know. Flip on the dust collector deal, Harbor Freight, and it wasn't working. 50. Flip it on and off a couple times. It's not working. I feel around for any kind of reset button. It's been 4 years. There's no reset button. So I checked my outlets, see if any kind of GFI popped. No GFI pop. Alright, so we were going to be doing a Christmas present to ourselves anyway of, I don't know, something. And like, hey, that's going to have to change. Now we need a new dust collecting system. So off to Rockler we go. Enter this guy. So we got the dust right, 1250. We got the canister upgrade. I've already had this hose that went to my router. In you go. Let's see. So we got another hose. We got the dust right separator deal. We already have this hose. This goes, well, it used to go to the drum sander. But this whole layout, I cannot stand this layout. I wanted this whole thing over here, but because of the very lengths of wood, it would really cramp the space. So it had to go over here. But see, like even you're doing, you're tripping over a hose.
I trip over everything.
I know.
That
But I've got 30 feet of bullshit going here, just to the saw. And so you turn everything on, and now everything is charged. And so it was step, hook up. Not happening anymore. Not to mention we have so much line, and you know what happens here? Air disturbance. Air is getting disrupted by all these little veins. It's not a straight shot anymore. So now we got all this PVC. That's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be hanging this above here. So we're gonna cut away a small segment of this line, and it's gonna go. We're gonna cap this side off. Small side of this flex tube is gonna go up to here to an elbow, straight shot across, and then it's gonna come down right about over here somewhere with an elbow, and then it's gonna come down with the straight PVC, and then elbow out, and then finally for the flex hose can go down there. And so I'll just have to clean all of this, get rid of this crap. We're gonna pull this back a little bit so it can work. And then finally, this whole thing will be out of the way permanently. And because of all of this run and all of these, and the separator doesn't help either, but it really reduces the suction power. So basically by the end, when it gets to the saw, there's hardly any suction. Yeah, really. And that's because of all these ridges. Why do you think, like...
Sorry.
So before I went to the truck world, I was a Mustang guy. And with your pursuit of horsepower, you want to get rid of anything that has a bend. So you start with your air cleaner, because everyone starts with the air cleaner, the cold air intake, right? So it always has those bends and those ridges. Well, it disrupts the airflow. So now everything is all nice and straight. So now the air is nice and straight and smooth. So that's what's going to happen here. All of this is all a disruption. And that's why you will lose suction. And that separator doesn't help the suction power, but I mean, go ahead and look at it. Already, I mean, I've just only used this for maybe a couple weeks so far. I don't know if you can see this, but right here already is where all this crap is. That's the big chunks of dust. And what's left, hardly anything in these bags. Hardly anything. which is great because these bags are a pain in the ass to put on. And this is kind of cool too, because after a couple uses, to clean this thing out, all you do one way, another way, and usually all that stuff will just gradually fall in there. That's it. So that's what we're gonna do this weekend. All right, so I've got out my Fez tool sustainers moved out. They're sitting over there. And I've got the PVC marked out. So it's gonna be. Where's my line? It was. There it is. Okay. So I'm gonna cut it here, and then join this piece with this run. This side is going to go over here. And that'll go from, so this piece up here is going to go, where's my finger? Along the wall, down here. And it's going to be an elbow coming off of this end. And then into a piece of flex tube. And then that'll go into that. And then continue, and it'll be an elbow. And then this remainder of the tube is going to come straight down here. And it doesn't need to go that far. And then it's going to go into flex tube again. And it's going to go into the separator. And then from the separator, it'll go to there. And the separator is going to be right over here. So, I apologize for the mess. It's always something. I swear to God. I'm always chasing some stupid project or some stupid mess. But hopefully, when this is all buttoned up, then slowly everything will be coming to fruition and projects will be starting to get closed up and done. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay my pipe and my two vices here and get chopping. Okay, now I've got the pipe fastened to the top of the wall. It's going across my TV behind it, and everything is all glued and ready for more pipe to come down, and that's where I'm at right now. All right, and it's all done. So I've got this. I got rid of this section of hose here because I just didn't need it, and I've got the quick connect into the saw stop, and it comes around, and we're going into the separator. So I had to run to Lowe's and get another fitting to put in there, and I guessed right, so that worked out pretty good. So then I got a short extension into the PVC, and she goes up. We'll go around the corner and up and over and over. I wanted to tie it into the ceiling, but so from here where my finger is, where the stairs end, to that wall, there's an empty channel. So there's no rafters, because they're going this way, except here there's nothing. It's just an empty channel. So I had to put the straps on the wall because I do have studs going down, and then a little extension pipe going into there, and then there it is. So she works. While I was doing all this, I went to Amazon and got some Shop Fox clamp rack deals there, and using some space because I don't need the clamps, you know, clearly visible like some other guys do. I don't care. I just want them up, out of the way, not on the floor like I had them. So there's that. And then I've got another one over here for my heavier duty ones. And I still have this whole system in here, which is still working for me pretty good. These guys, I gotta find a home for them. I do have another shelf thing here, so I need to find a spot for it. And let's see, another project that I'm doing at the same time is insulation. So that's gonna go right above us, because it's all the heat and all the air is just gonna go straight up to the ceiling and out the roof. Can't say out the window because it's not going out the window, going up the roof. And oh, that's it. Oh, you want to hear it? Okay. Let's see if we can. So the 1250 comes with a snifty remote. That's really all it is. But you just need to turn on and off. So how fancy do you really need a remote? And there you have it. And when you're done running your saw or whatever it is you got this thing hooked up to, you just take this handle here. Little back and forth action with that, and that kind of there's 3 baffles inside of this filter, and it knocks all of that defined dust down into the bag. So you're constantly cleaning your filter, which is good because these things are expensive. So how is it? It's a dust collector. I mean, I don't know how much more you want me to say about it. The suction on it, honestly, for how much it is, and for Rockler's biggest, baddest dust collector that they have, that's their name, I'm kind of disappointed. I thought it would have a lot more suction to it, but it is what it is. So I hope I don't have any issues in the future, because this was already probably about $1,300 worth altogether through the unit and the filter and the stupid separator. I mean, you can buy a trash can. Really, so this thing is like $110, and that's all you get. You get those fittings in the bottom that create the cyclone. You get a tiny ass trash can and some janky wheels. You could spend like what, $40 at your Home Depot, your Lowe's, whatever, and buy a trash can, and then get some weather stripping, and then go get those fittings, and then some wheels if you want them. So I don't know, by the time it's all said and done, you're still going to be spending less doing it yourself. But the advantage that I find here is that space is a premium for me. So I needed something that was small and out of the way. It's doing the job. It really is. So I've used this thing for maybe a couple weeks now, and it's probably about a third of the way full. So that's pretty good to me, because those bags that's under that filter is a pain in the ass to change. I don't care what system you're using, Harbor Freight or the Dust Right, I don't care. Those bags are a pain in the ass to change out. So I'm happy for very little dust to go into those, and then for this to be collected the most of the dust and debris and shit like that. I may change out this 4-inch line to the 2.5 or 3-inch down the road. It'll probably increase the suction then. Another thing that's gonna decrease your suction power is this whole unit itself. I don't care if you're using this one or a trash can. This whole thing here is going to decrease your suctionability. But it's a trade-off that I'm willing to accept because of that bag over there. I don't want to change it out as much as I have to. So I'm fine with it having just a little bit of reduction in power. That's fine. It's not the end of the world for me. And really, I've got this monster ass here floor sweepy thingy. So really, after I'm done making a mess, I just take that guy off of there and hook it up to here, and then I can just run over the full floor, and this thing will stretch out quite a ways. So I mean, there's a reason why you're going to have a reduction in power, is because of the length of the hose. But it just is what it is. All right, so I think all I'm doing is rambling. So that's it for now. I'll see you on the flip side. Subscribe and like. Thank you. All right.